How's it going, everybody? Get Sick here, back again with TA3 Productions and Vindictive Gaming, and today we have an awesome video. We're actually going to take a little break from the big series tutorial builds, and we're actually going to dive into a modern house build. So today, while we're doing some subscriber build offs and stuff like that, I got a little bored and I was like, you know what, let me build something in here. Let me try to build a modern house, and I went with it and I think it came out pretty nice. A lot of people were like, man, you should do a tutorial on that so I could put it on my world. So I did what you guys wanted. A lot of my subscribers were asking for it, so I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and do that. So today we're going to be teaching you how to build a quick modern house. It's going to be very easy to make. It looks very nice, I think, and you can put it in your world and you can impress your friends or whoever you want to impress. So all you're going to need is a nice little rectangle. It's going to be a 25 by 12. You're not actually going to use every block in the 25 by 12, but you will use a lot of it. And all of the materials you need are the ones on the bottom here. We got some swiftness to build some fast. We got some snow, we have some clay, we have some stone slabs, we have some wood for the balcony here, and then we also have some vines and stuff like that. Also, if you guys want me to build the inside, I'll go ahead and do that, but today we're just going to focus on the exterior, and we should do pretty well. So as I said, like I said, this is going to be a 25 long, so I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all how to do it. We're going to start off with our snow, and it's going to be pretty easy to build. The first layer is all going to be snow, and then we're going to alternate that with some clay, and I'll show you exactly how I'm going to do that. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys want to see the inside, it should be pretty easy to make, and it should be like a bachelor house. And if you're a bachelorette, it could be a bachelorette house. It's just gonna be a small little build, but it'll also look very nice. Like, it kind of looks like a small mansion if you really look at it. So it looks pretty great, and that's the very first layer. And then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and go with our clay, and it's going to be 2 layers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back and then show you what it should look like. Alright guys, so we're back here, and as you guys can see, we went up 2 layers with the clay. It looks very nice. Now we're actually going to go up 1 more layer like the very first layer, and it's going to be all snow. So the snow looks very well with the clay. A lot of people probably wouldn't assume that it does, but when I think of a modern home, I think of something that's really like something that's really like cement like. I don't know if that makes sense, but something very clean. Not very much color. You don't see too many very nice bachelorette homes in like Florida with color, unless they're like one of those lime colors, but we're not going for that. We're going for like a very modernistic home sitting in like a nice suburb, and it should be pretty fun. So once we get done with that, as you guys can see, it should look something similar to this, and as you guys can see, it looks great from both sides. And don't mind these 2 guys. These are the 2 subscribers that were like, you know what, I want to be in a YouTube video. And I was like, you know what, who am I to judge? Let them be in it. And as you guys can see, they're having a great time. So let's go ahead and keep it up. We're going to go up 4, I believe. 2, 3, and 4. And then on this one, we're actually going to go this way like that. And you'll see a lot of builds that look like this. They all have these like pillar kind of things. And I've seen a lot of builds on my actual subscriber island that looks very great like that. And then once you get those pillars down, we're going to go up 1. And then we're going to go all the way across like this. So it looks great. And yeah, it's just something really cool to do. And on this one, we're actually going to go right here on the inside, and then go up 1 right here, and then go all the way across. So it's something a little bit different to give a little bit of creativity. And it looks pretty great. There's actually going to be another layer if you want to add this. A lot of people seem to not want to add these, like they're kind of like cover areas. But I think builds look very great with them, so if you want to add those, you'll actually need another layer behind it. But it's nothing too big. It won't be on the ground. It'll be high up, so it'd be pretty easy. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the roof. The roof is probably the easiest part. You're just going to use stone slabs. I think that's what these are called. And we're just going to go on top of the block. We don't want to be on the bottom of it. You don't want to be like this, because it will look a little weird. So you want to be on the top here, and you're just going to go ahead and do all this. It's pretty simple to do. You don't really need the dimensions because it's pretty simple. All you're gonna have to do is fill in all the middle. And we may change a little bit, so if you do see a change, just let me know. But actually, you can't let me know. That's why I have my spotters over there. I did tell them to let me know if something does change, so it will look exactly like that house on the other side over there. So it will look great. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up this here, but on the inside right here, we're actually gonna take a little break, because this is actually a little bit different than this side of the house. So this is going to be the little 2-story, or the bachelor or bachelorette's room. So this is going to be the main room of the house. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up with some regular clay. We're going to go up 2, I believe, or we're going to go up 1 on certain parts, and then we're going to go up a little bit more on the other side. So just follow what I'm doing here. It's pretty simple to do. Like I said, just don't lose me, because that's something you don't want to do. So now we're going to go ahead and fill this in like that. Alright guys, so we're back here. Sorry for the little pause there, but I had to figure out and make sure that we're doing this exactly like you see it, because I do not want to give your hopes up and change it up a little bit. So we're actually going to follow this exactly here. We're up one, as you guys can see, we have the one there. And now we're going to actually start building the actual flooring of it. So we're going to start with some dark wood here, and then we're going to go alternate every other one. So once we do this, it's going to be nice, and we're going to have a balcony, but we're also going to have a nice floor for the top room. So once we get to that, if you guys want to see it, we can go ahead and do stuff like that too. So you always want to be thinking ahead when you're building. You never want to be left behind, because if you get left behind, you're going to be building some weird things. So now we're going to go ahead and fill this in with just regular wood. This is the pre-patch wood, so it's not the very light one, but it's the one in the middle. So it looks very great with the dark wood. And if you want to get really fancy, you can go ahead and do the weaving pattern. If you don't know what a weaving pattern is, it's basically where you do dark wood, dark wood, light wood, but it has the light wood, the very light wood inside of it. So it looks very great with it as well. So as you guys can see, now we finally have that done, and we're going to go ahead and add the balcony windows. So the balcony windows will be right before this first pillar here. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then now it gets a little tricky. You're gonna go like this, and then like this, and then you're gonna start building the actual walls. So these will actually be 1, 2, and then on this one, these will be 2 up, I believe. Yeah, there'll be 2 up, like that. 2, 1, 2, and then once I do this, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're back here. Now we got the 2 down. We're actually going to alter it a little bit. So as you guys can see on the other side, it's a little bit different. These will actually be 3, 2, and so we'll go up 3 here, but we got to figure out the very front here. So the front is actually going to be 2. This is going to be your balcony, and then we'll start right here. So you always want to have a balcony on a nice house like this, because it just makes the house look a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and fix it up a little bit, add some nice little texture things to it, and yeah, it'll make it look a lot nicer. So once we get to right here, we'll actually add another layer like this, and then on top of this, we'll add the snow. So the snow looks something like this. And then on the inside, it looks nice in there. So we'll actually figure this out later on. And now we're actually going to go in to the actual area here. So as you guys can see, it's a little bit different. We have 3 on this side, so over here it should be 3. And that is exactly what we have. And then we'll go ahead and add the 4. As you guys see, 4, 4. So it'll be 4, 4 right here. Don't want 2 right there. And then we'll go over on top of the actual thing. So we'll be over 2. So it'll be this one and this one. Oops. Let's do this. Sorry. You don't want to go all the way across, because that's where we're going to actually alter the actual building. So as you guys can see, I think we actually have 3 over here, so that's just my mistake. We have 1. Oh, wait, how many do we have right there? 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. And then on this one, oh, we're actually not on the actual. You can do this if you want, it doesn't really matter, but for me, I didn't do it because I wasn't even thinking about it. But normally I would put this all the way over, so you could do this if you want to. It'll be a little bit different than this side, but you know, it's all up to preference, like I said before, and it still looks pretty great. So that's exactly how the top should be. It looks a little different on our side, but these guys are standing there, so it's kind of hard for me to figure it out. I think this goes like that. Yeah, these are actually going to be walls here. And then we'll figure this out. Maybe 3 right here. And then go like that. And then this will not be a wall. See, it'll be something like that. So we have a nice little different kind of perspective here. It's just something to give your design a little bit more creativity. So we're actually going to go over here. I'll make sure, just to be sure, because I am getting a little off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 7, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9, 7, and then 6, and 6 should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see if we do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this should be 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, until you reach the total end over here. And there we go. As you guys can see, it might be a little bit different on the top here, but we'll figure that out later on the top, and then it should look exactly like this. It should look pretty great. And if you want to add some more things right here, we could add some more flavor, but we're not going to do any of that. So now we're going to go ahead and work on some of the windows. On this side we have one right here, and you have your doorway. If you want to change it up, you can do that too. We could leave these here, and then you could have a big doorway if you would like that, and then you could actually have some like pillars going on if you really want those. But for me, I have it a little bit different, but this is all up to preference. And then we have a nice little window right here, something great to add. And then you could add some of your nice trees in there. And then we're gonna go into our actual windows, and our windows will be alternating. We'll skip 2 on this side, and they'll be like this, just like that. And then you use some window panes, and that looks great. Then just to give us some flavor, we'll add some bushes, and I think that's about it. That's about the exact house right across from each other. I know it's kind of a weird way to do it, but it looks great. And then what I did on these, once I got done with all that, I went in with the awesomeness of it. I love to do these, but you don't have to. These look great with each other, and then you go in like that. You don't have to do it on every one of them, but if you want to. I didn't do it on every one of them because sometimes it looks a little weird. But you go all the way around the top, and it just gives your build a nice dimension. And you know, most houses have these little small things on the side. You know, when you're sitting on the side of your house, it has a nice little cover and stuff like that. So it looks great. We'll go ahead and add the windows just so it doesn't look incorrect. And then we could add some doors. I can't navigate these freaking things. There we go. And like I said, if you want to add 2, you can, or if you want to add 1, you could do it just like that as well. For mine, I had 1, but I think it actually looks better with 2. I think it looks great. And then you could add like something like that, or it's up to you. And then if you really want to get fancy, you could add some pillars here, something like that. But like I said, it's all up to preference. You don't have to do it. I think it looks good just like this. This is just a fancier version of it. Do you want to have 2 doors? I honestly don't like having 2 iron doors next to each other because it gets very, very complicated, especially with the whole like pressure plate kind of thing. But anyways, as you guys can see, this is a great start to our build. If you guys want to see the inside, just go ahead and like this video and let me know. I really want to thank these 2 guys for helping me out, even though they were sitting there just throwing potions at each other. But yeah, this looks great. I think it came out pretty nice, and if you guys want to continue seeing this, go ahead and leave this video a like, and until next time, guys, I have been Sick on the 6. Later.